Hey, welcome to Graphic Policy Television, GPTV. I'm Wright. In my hands is Cult of Ikarus #1. I believe this is a variant cover. Clearly, Lost Boys homage. I'm good with that, because it's a great film. It's written by Jenna Wright, art by Karl Slominski, lettering by Taylor Esposito. It's funny, is when I first reviewed this, this has been out for a little while now. Scout just announced that this is going back to a second printing. The first printing is sold out. When I did my initial review of this written review, I said the comic has a lot of DNA with other things that have come out, Lost Boys being one of them. The story is about this young girl who is trying to find out what happened to her parents, and then winds up getting chased, stalked, I don't know what you want to call it, by a bunch of vampires, and things kind of go from there. At the end, there's very kind of Terminator 2 moment. So the main character's name is Hunter. We don't know tons about her other than, you know, her parents have passed away. She's trying to figure out what's up with them. We don't know quite how she got where she's at, but she meets a guy who knew her parents. And they wind up in a bar with a bunch of vampires, and from there things kind of spiral out of control. So why do these vampires want Hunter? Like, what's the deal about that? This is all things we don't know, and we'll find out. The comic is familiar. So far I would argue that it doesn't tread new ground, but it does take a lot of familiar ground and keeps things interesting. I like the art style. I like the pacing, everything. Eventually things kind of come together with somewhat of an explanation, but, partially you just kind of have to roll with it. But it's a good setup for what's to come, I think. The comic has, as I said, a lot of roots and familiarity to it. I mean, I think there's a little bit of Lost Boys, a little bit of Blade to it. If you had some, like, whatever, the soundtrack of Blade playing throughout this various scenes in this comic, like, it would not surprise me. There's a lot that I think we've seen elsewhere. And again, none of that's bad, because it's just done well and done in an entertaining way, so it works. But this isn't one that I think, like, really breaks ground. We've seen some interesting stories about vampires lately that have I think, done some things that are very different, and have stood out. This one isn't one of them, but this is just still a solid read and entertaining. I mean, this is one of, like, if you like Blade, if you like Lost Boys, it's worth checking out. And I think it's entertaining enough to read and pick up, if you like that genre. The art, I like the art style myself. It might not be your thing particular, but I like it. I think there's something kind of cool about it. It really kind of, I think, fits the style and the story really well. It reminds me of something, and I can't really think of who or what the style is. It's maybe I'm getting, like, slight reminders of, like, 90s Lobo a little bit to it. There's just something of that kind of, like, punk rockish style. Like, I don't know. It just fits. It fits the story really well. Overall, as I said, like, if you like Lost Boys, if you like Blade, like, you'll probably enjoy this comic. If you just like vampire stories, you'll enjoy it. So far, like, it's good. Like, it's good, and it's worth checking out, and it's enough that I want to come back and check out the second issue. It wasn't a first issue that necessarily blew me away, and I said, oh my god, this is amazing, but it was more than enough that I want to see more of it. So, out now, you can get this in comic shops. We might have to wait till the second printing, but you can get it in comic shops. We've got a link underneath this video where you can put in your zip code, tell the comic shops near you. No shop, no problem. We'll have some links where hopefully you can purchase your own copy. They might be affiliate links. If so, we do get a small percentage by doing that. You'll support our site, though, so thank you. And just watch your video support us, so thank you for that. If you are into comics, if you're into Scout Comics, check us out every single day at graphicpolicy.com. We're on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Tumblr, all at Graphic Policy, keeping it nice and consistent. Until next time, keep reading those comics, and keep it geeky. Hey, thanks for watching the previous video from Graphic Policy Television. Just by watching, you help support our site. Thank you so much. Now, if you're watching these videos, you probably care about geeky things like movies, television, comic books, toys, games, video games. you name it. You can go and subscribe right now to our YouTube channel to stay in touch and catch all the new videos, or check out our website at graphicpolicy.com. There's a nice link on this end of the video. But as always, thank you for watching. Keep on rocking and keep it geeky.